Imagine the mid-14th century. But there is no shadow falling across Europe, no great pestilence. Instead, the continent is thriving. Cities like Paris and Florence aren't just growing, they're bursting, fueled by a population boom that never faltered. Fields are richer than ever before. The heavy moldboard plow turns the dense northern soils, and the three-field crop rotation system ensures harvests are plentiful. Horses fitted with new collars work faster than oxen, accelerating the pace of life itself. This isn't just more food, it's more minds, more hands. Without the demographic collapse, technological and cultural breakthroughs arrive decades, maybe even centuries ahead of schedule. The sparks of an industrial revolution begin to fly not in the 1700s, but in the 1500s. A confident, populous Europe looks outward. The age of exploration begins earlier, driven not just by curiosity, but by the pressing need for resources to sustain its ever-growing numbers. New continents are charted on maps long before they were in our own timeline. Science and art flourish in this uninterrupted world.
The Renaissance explodes with a purer, more optimistic humanism, unburdened by the macabre imagery of the Danse Macabre. Its masterpieces celebrate human potential, but perhaps miss the profound depth that comes from confronting mortality on a massive scale. But the old power structures remain firmly in place. The Catholic Church, its authority never questioned by a continent-wide crisis of faith, becomes even more powerful. Feudal lords retain their influence, as the labor shortages that empowered the peasantry in our history never happen. The dream of progress begins to show its cracks. This world faces a slow-burning crisis of its own making. Overpopulation. The demand for land and lumber leads to staggering deforestation. By the 16th century, vast forests are gone, leading to soil erosion and ecological collapse. Cities, though hubs of innovation, are nightmares of sanitation. Without the plague's brutal lesson in contagion, public health remains a medieval concept. Waste clogs the streets and pollutes the rivers. Life is vibrant, but it is also filthy and fragile, vulnerable to the next unknown epidemic. And medical science itself follows a different path. Doctors may perfect older theories, but the revolutionary leap to understanding contagion, the very idea of quarantine, is delayed. Society is caught in a paradox, healthier due to better nutrition, but utterly defenseless against a novel pathogen.
This alternate Europe is a world of accelerated invention, but delayed social progress. The rigid hierarchies of feudalism endure, stifling the social mobility that was an unexpected consequence of the plague's devastation. The rise of a true middle class, of individual rights, is a much slower, more arduous journey. So, we're left with a world transformed by what didn't happen. A world that gained an early industrial age but lost vast swaths of its natural environment. A world that avoided one catastrophe only to create new, sprawling challenges of its own. It forces us to ask an uncomfortable question. Did humanity need the reset? Did the shattering of the old world, as horrific as it was, create the cracks through which a new, more dynamic society could emerge? The plague cleared land, broke feudal bonds, and forced a reckoning with old ideas. This thought experiment isn't about wishing for tragedy. It's a reminder that history doesn't move in a straight line towards progress. Sometimes our greatest leaps forward are born from our deepest moments of crisis. It reveals how interconnected everything is. Population, environment, disease, and belief. The absence of one of humanity's darkest chapters doesn't create a utopia. It simply writes a different story. A cautionary tale that shows how fragile our path is, and how even the most terrible of events can irrevocably and surprisingly shape who we become.